Good morning, my brothers and sisters, and all my friends. We have taken the first step, and our first stepping stone is of the universal empathy. And we have to practice, we have to apply this great evolutionary fundamental to improve the ecosystem, the global ecosystem, and to establish the global ecosystem of love and compassion with the help of universal empathy. We must practice universal empathy in every interaction, with every dealings with our fellow human beings, with other sentient beings, and with the whole environment and Mother Earth. How we could do that? We have to make a resolution. We have to make a promise to ourselves that we are not going to create any event, any situation, any behavior which will be detrimental or harmful, or which will affect anybody else. We must start practicing universal empathy in our thoughts. It has become a pastime of everybody to criticize, to always judge others, always criticize the government, always criticize the politicians, always criticize the neighbors and all others. But my dear brothers and sisters, if you really want to judge, if you enjoy so much of judging others, please start with yourself. Why don't you see? Why don't we have a look on ourselves? If we enjoy judging others, let's judge ourselves to start with. Are we creating problems? Are our thoughts peaceful, loving, compassionate? Or we have so many conditions to apply our compassion? We are so selective to apply our compassion and love. We stop at the boundary of caste, color, creed, even rich or poor. We don't want to extend our compassion to a poor man. We are so critical about a poor man or a wretched man, a man in very bad condition on the street. And so easily we judge and say, he's having his problems because of the past karma or the past births. No, my dear brothers and sisters. He is suffering because of our own collective behavior. He is suffering because of the wrong economic system. He is suffering because he was denied the opportunity for employment, opportunity to have access in the market, We have compartmentalized every activity of life. Our economic activities are so compartmentalized that you cannot enter, any new businessman cannot enter that market. The associations of the local businessmen are so tight and closed. They don't accept anybody new, and they always look at the new person as a threat. My dear brothers and sisters, are we practicing democracy? Or are we practicing the great civilization of Vaishnava Bhava? Are we honest in our dealings? That we stop at the boundary of caste, color, creed, and even the so-called karma theory, and so easily we judge somebody on the street and say he is suffering because of the past karma, it's none of my business and why should I help him? Do you think that's the right behavior? So we must not stop at these artificial boundaries created by the interest of certain groups of the people, created by certain interests, self-interest, and political and social strategies to rule people, to divide people and rule them. My dear brothers and sisters, if we are so critical and if we love this pastime of judging, let's judge ourselves and not judging anybody else. Be kind to everyone else on the street, to our neighbors, to everyone. So let's begin with our thought, not to judge anybody. When we look at somebody, of course our eyes are just like the camera and will tell us that he looks wretched, he looks poor, he looks like this and he looks black and white. But my dear brothers and sisters, we could always stop at a boundary line and say it's none of my business, why should I judge anybody? He's a human being and I'm a human being, we are on the same station, and let me love him or let me be kind to him. I have no business to judge him. We could stop ourselves, not to call bad names in our thoughts. And let me define this judging in our thoughts as the micro violence, suksham hinsa, beginning in our thoughts. And the time we open our eyes, our behavior, our interaction with the environment and with the universe begins with our opening our eyes. Until we sleep, till we close our eyes in the night, we are calling bad names to everybody. We are judging everybody. Can we draw a line that we could stop? So, to judge ourselves is to judge our behavior so that we could improve, so that we get a chance to improve. So we could analyze and see how is our behavior and how our thought patterns are behaving. Now it doesn't matter what we call ourselves, a big saint or a seer, if we don't follow the discipline of our thoughts. And if we are judging everybody, if we are critical about everybody, and if we are calling bad names to people around in our thoughts, my dear brothers and sisters, by the end of the evening, by the end of the day, you have done so much bad to the universe through your thoughts, through your micro violence, that you are under debt. You have created a cosmic debt on your head. So let's begin with the thoughts. Let's be kind to everybody, irrespective of their caste, color, creeds, or any religion or any nationality, or even not to draw a line of human beings, but to let's extend our compassion to every sentient being. And not only that, let's love the children of humanity and let's love the children of sentient beings. Let's not stop at the person, but we should extend our compassion even to generations, the children of sentient beings and the children of humanity. We have to extend that compassion so that we could think about the generations of humanity. Because when we talk about 21st century, we are talking about few decades, and we are talking about few generations. So we cannot afford to stop short to just talk about the present generation. We have to think about and be compassionate about the generation, the children of sentient beings and the children of all the humanity all over the planet. And believe me, my brothers and sisters, we are not so poor. We have the power and the potential to love everybody. We don't have to be so poor in our thoughts, in our words, and in our actions. And we must respect every human being and every sentient being, and we must allow the right of existence and their happiness through our actions, through our words, and we must use the kind words. Words are the key. As it has been proved by science that just by the vibration you could create the material world. By vibration. And a word is a pattern of vibration, a specific pattern of vibration, which we are making those vibrations in the universe to create. So word is an instrument of creation. And that is why in the Holy Bible it is so beautifully said, in the beginning there was the Word, and Word was the God, and God was the Word. This is exactly the definition of co-creation. That the Word was with the Creator. My dear brothers and sisters, we could afford to use kind words, even to somebody who is not speaking kind words to us. We could afford to. And believe me, our kind words will create an ecosystem of peace, progress, and prosperity. And the third, the action. So we must practice universal empathy in our thoughts, in our words, and in our actions. My dear brothers and sisters, I would like to remind everybody that we are so callous and so careless that we spit everybody, everywhere. Everyone spits around. We don't spit on in our own home, but we spit on every office building. We spit on streets. We spit everywhere in the public areas. My dear brothers and sisters, are we behaving like the civilized people? What right do we have to make our environment dirty? And don't you think that you have done a cosmic crime? You are denying somebody else to step on that earth. And how could we talk about great epics and great religion and great empathy and great stories of Ramayana and Mahabharata and Quran and Holy Bible and Torah and all those holy books? And how could we behave like this and spit everywhere and deny the right of existence and happiness to somebody else? And how could we disrespect Mother Earth? On the same earth, a day was when Lord Rama walked. All the saints and prophets walked on the same earth. And we talked about the prophets, and we spit on earth, the same earth. The prophets also made the same body, like material body from the earth. We make the material body from the earth. As the great Guru Nanak said, in the Guru Granth Sahib so beautifully said, we come from the dust and we return to the dust. So man, be humble, be careful, and respect the dust. Let's start respecting Mother Earth, and not to spit anywhere, and not to throw empty bottles of mineral water from your great big driving car. Don't be so arrogant. We could start practicing the Vaishnava Bhav in our actions. My dear brothers and sisters, I don't want to be so critical, but there is a limit for everything. How could we make everything dirty around? Why can't we take the responsibility of our own behavior? How could we say in one breath that we love India, and in the second breath we throw an empty bottle on the street? We spit on the street. We make the whole country dirty. What right do we have to behave like this and talk about the great love for the India? We don't. The truth is that anybody who spits on earth, he doesn't respect any prophets or any incarnations of Lord. Because every incarnation and every prophet and every saint and every master and every guru makes the body from the same dust, from the same earth. How could we say that we respect a prophet and we spit on earth? How could we say that we love India, the country, and we spit everywhere? We throw wrappers, all the empty bottles everywhere, plastic bags. We clean our house and throw the dirt and throw the garbage on the street. My dear brothers and sisters, please stop doing this. Otherwise, there is no end to your justifications and your so-called love for the country. You can very well stand in front of the mirror and ask yourself, do you really love India? And if you really love India, let us make this promise. Everyone must make this promise and make this resolution that we are not going to spit around. We are not going to make India dirty. Now, how could we say Bharat Mata? The Mother India. And we make Mother India's dress, costume so dirty? Don't you think that we have this cosmic responsibility to take? That's, if we could, everybody must take this responsibility of thought. We have to watch our thoughts and not to create micro-violence. Forget about not eating cow. Forget about not killing the animals. We kill the animals. We kill the human beings. We torture them. We bleed them. And we make the black pudding like they make the black pudding in Germany or in Europe. From the blood of the pig. My dear brothers and sisters, let's stop making this black pudding in our thoughts. Let's stop judging everybody, and let's not stop our compassion for everybody because of the caste, color and creed and nationality. Let's love everybody and practice the universal empathy in every thought, every word and every action. My dear brothers and sisters, let's apply the universal fundamentals of evolutionary fundamentals. And let's love each other, not to make the environment dirty, so the others, allow them others to enjoy and be happy. Thank you very much, and have a very, very beautiful day, my brothers and sisters. Please make a resolution not to be critical about others. If we love to be critical about anybody, let's begin with ourselves, and let's see and have a look at our own behavior, what we are doing. Thank you very much, my brothers and sisters, and have a beautiful day.